A very pleasant morning to all our dear patrons in the US, and good evening to everyone in India. Namaste. My name is Varsha Dubey, and I'm sure a lot of us have met earlier also. And it's a pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of the Right to Live team. I hope I'm completely audible. Am I? Brilliant. Thank you. First of all, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for making time today for this event, because this really speaks volumes about the kind of intent you have towards doing good for the society. Because people say, a lot of people believe that philanthropy is about giving money. I think it's much, much beyond that. It's about making time to feel the sentiments of others, caring for their needs, and thereafter, of course, extending support in whatever possible way one can, completely selflessly. So hats off to all of you for doing all of that and a lot more. And the reason we have invited you all today is to help you to see and understand what is it that Right to Live has been able to contribute to the free India, which has just completed 75 grand years since its independence on 15th of August. With that, I would like you to use the reactions icon in your on your screen and use either the thumbs up or the applause button, because we have completed 75 grand years of independence. That definitely calls for a grand opening and celebration, right? Would welcome you all to use the hand gesture. Brilliant, brilliant. I can see all thumbs ups and claps. Thank you so much for that. Well, a Right to Live continues to make every Indian truly proud and independent in the truest sense by ensuring that quality education is no longer a privilege, but a right that every child in India is entitled to. With that, I would welcome Shambhavi to share a video which will actually speak about the journey which we have been able to make in the last 1 year, in 2021-22, thanks to all the efforts, for all the promotional activities, for everything, for your time, for your money, for your kind support that you all have been extending over the last 1 year. Shambhavi, I welcome you to share the video, please. Thank you so much, Shambhavi. It's indeed a moment of pride for all of us that we have been able to achieve the milestones, the little milestones in this wonderful, fantastic journey that we all have been traveling over the last uh, few years. And last 1 year has been phenomenal, thanks to the support extended by each one of you. And as we speak, I would like you all also to share your feeling because I feel it's definitely a proud moment, so I would like to give a thumbs up. It's a moment of pride for me to be associated with Right to Live. If you too feel proud to be associated with us and for the fantastic things that you have been doing, the way you have been contributing to Right to Live for the greater causes of the society, I would like you also to give a thumbs up or use the applause button which is there in the reactions tab. Wonderful. I can see a lot of thumbs ups and applauses. Thank you so much. With that, I would like to invite um, um, Sridhar, who is actually the executive director for Right to Live. And Sridhar brings in a lot of energy and the kind of, the kind of energy, the kind of soul into this entire system. That's something which we all are proud of. It's a pleasure and privilege to invite you, Sridhar. And before that, quickly just walking you through the agenda. So, like you can see, we'll have a quick summary from Sridhar where he'll be sharing the focus for this year and what we have been doing well over the last 1 year. And there will be an introduction to the US chapter. And for those of you who are not aware, that's a great news again, because we have indeed started our US chapter and there have been registrations and details of which Girish would be sharing, who is our director of the US chapter. And we'll have our patrons, our respected patrons like Bharat, Mr. Anthony, Prabhu, Nagraj, Mansi, Meena, and a few other people who I would be inviting to share a few words, followed by you all giving your candid feedback, suggestions on how we can make Right to Live a much, much better organization, how we can create a better impact on the society. And whatever questions you have, we would be more than happy to answer that, followed by word of thanks and with our national anthem. With that, I would like to invite Sridhar to please come and share the executive summary.
Thank you very much, Varsha. I hope I am audible and clear.
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you so much. So first, I have to extend a very warm welcome to so many of you who have taken your time off your busy schedules to be with us on a Friday evening India time, and also Friday morning in the US time, and also happens to be Krishna Janmashtami as well. So it is a lot of things happening today, and I truly appreciate each one of you taking the time off, and I keep close to more than 90 people in this meeting. So thank you very much. First, that's my sincere, heartfelt thanks to all of you. And I should also thank many of our donors, the associates, our corporate partners, and individuals, without whose help we could not have achieved what you saw in the video just a minute ago. What you have seen there is the final outcome, but the amount of the effort which has gone in, the kind of sweat which has gone in, and also the kind of support. We have got a lot of moral support from each one of you to execute these projects. So it's my sincere, heartfelt thanks to each one of you for giving your kindness in helping the underprivileged and vulnerable communities of the society. Okay. And moving on, wanted to just slow one slide about Right to Live. Just many of you in this call know about it, but I just take it for the sake of completeness here. So Right to Live is a brand under Kote Foundation, started by our founder, Mr. Raghuram Kote. We have all our regulatory approvals in place, ATG, FCRA, CSR, Form 1. And I'm very proud to say that we have been approved by several global agencies. For example, CAF India, CAF America, Give India, Benevity Causes. So a number of them who have actually have vetted us with very stringent due diligence. And so we have been approved by many of these global agencies. From a higher purpose, we are looking at how we can transform the lives of children with quality education and health. That's our higher purpose. But the way we are actually doing our projects is to see that we are an ecosystem. We are right in the middle of the ecosystem, where we bring in partners, corporate companies, and individuals, as well as volunteers. There are other partner non-profits with whom we work, governments, and various other service providers. So we see ourselves in the middle of a ecosystem, tying up all these various actors in this in these activities. And our core values, this is something which we have all imbibed in each one of us. If you have interacted with us, you would know that we are highly respectful of our donors' funds. Every rupee, every dollar that we get from our donor, we treat it with a lot of respect, and you have trusted us with your money. So we need to make sure that the money reaches the right hands. And we are transparent in our approach. You can see all our information available on the website, and we provide regular updates on our projects through various social media channels. We are reliable and authentic in our work and in our dealings, which you can actually see it on the field. That I wanted to, you have seen just a few minutes ago, the projects which we executed last year. There have been a number of projects, and I'm not sure a 2 minutes video was doing justice to the whole year of work. With that, of course, this video is available for all of you, so we will share it with you. But I want to take a few minutes now just to talk about what is our focus going to be for 2022 and 23. That is the current financial year, and also we will. I'll also tell you what we are looking at as our targets for the next 3 years. The first area which we are looking at is school digitization. As you all know, the kind of children who go to the underprivileged children who go to the government schools, they lack some very important basic necessities for their education. They are losing out on a rat race because they don't have access to proper digital technologies. So we have taken it upon ourselves as one of our primary focus areas to improve the schools digitization. By that, what we mean in short is that we set up smart classrooms in government schools. We set up computer labs in government schools and colleges. We provide internet connections where it is not available. We also provide laptops and tablets to children in the class. So that is the school digitization. And then we move on to the school improvisation. The thought process, the idea behind this is that to make the child come to the school happily. So the child should have a very good experience. The sad state of affairs today in many of our government schools is there are some very basic necessities which are lacking. So we took it upon ourselves that we will improve the school infrastructure by providing decent furniture, providing proper green boards. We'll also provide proper sanitation facilities, like having gender separated toilets for boys and girls, and especially the high school children. We make sure that they have a proper toilet facilities. We provide book libraries, and as far as possible, we try to make the child come happily to the school and learn there. The next area which we are looking at is the first two, what you saw was at the school level. The third one is basically we're looking at the student at the particular individual student level. There are more than 10,000 students whose life we have touched. And there are possibilities that there are some of these children may have some very serious illness. God forbid if they have cancer or kidney failures. So we do our best to do through crowdfunding from our platform, and we provide funds for their treatment as well. In addition, we also seen a number of these children come from very, very poor families, broken families without proper role models. So we came up with a wonderful program where we provide a mentor to each one of these child, working with corporate volunteers who have seen the better part of the world, so that these children can interact with these school children at least once a week, maybe an hour or so, so that these children get an exposure to what else is there beyond what they see on a day-to-day basis. And we also provide scholarship to bright children. And this is a program which has been growing extremely well in the last couple of years. And the way we provide the scholarships is we sort of segregate them. We do the due diligence on these children, and bright children coming from poor families, we provide funds for them for their higher education. The fourth focus area for us is a very interesting one, which we are starting it this year. And in fact, this is something we felt as in the country this is absolutely required, because there's a lot of unemployment in the country, while we also have a lot of people who are graduates. So we thought that let's go to the rural areas where there are a lot of unemployed youth, or also women who are educated, probably not having enough opportunities. So we thought we will provide them skills to get them employable skills, which will actually help them get a job. This we are starting it this year in the first area, which is in Surya. Yeah. Now, from an aim for our 2025 school digitization, we are at 56 smart classrooms. We want to go to 100, and then from 25 labs to 50 computer labs by 2025 in 3 years' time, 150 laptops to 300 laptops. Similarly, school improvisation and student well-being. Each one of these, we have very clear targets and goals for which we are all working very hard. And the vocational training program, we're starting it off in a month's time from now, and we will be going into about we want to support more than 250 rural women and unemployed youth. The impact, the bottom line is, today we are touching about 25 students. We want to see we can touch 50,000 students in another 3 years. So that's the goal, that's the vision, and I'm sure all of you are with us to make this journey happen. Moving on, our corporate partners, I'm very, very proud to say that we are working with some of the best, the most topmost brands in India, in the world, globally. The first one which I would like to mention here is our partners like Optimics, who have been with us right from the day one. This is a company which provides us support from in all areas of our activities. So Optimics is our prime partner. And we also have many other partners like NASDAQ, for example, been with us for almost 5 years now. Cisco and Microsoft with more than 6 years. Vistra has been with us for 4 years. Wipfli for more than 6 years. So there are many companies who have stayed with us, who have trusted us, who believe in what we do. We're very happy, we're very thankful to them for staying with us. In addition, we have also added some new partners this year. Again, some very, very top-notch global brands, for example, like Walmart, Akamai, Amazon, TCE, AppDynamics, and many others. So this is something which is actually giving us the kind of confidence that what we are doing is the right thing, and we look forward for more and more support from these companies and also individuals. With that, I'm coming to the last slide, which I wanted to share with you all. I'm very happy that you are all here today, but fundamentally, I want to see that please continue to support our programs. We need your support to make a difference in the society. That is something which I would really earnestly urge and request each one of you. Please refer us to your other corporate friends in corporate circles or trusts which you are aware of. It will be very good if you can actually help us get a connecting to those companies so that we can actually expand our footprint. Also, our there are lots of campaigns which you can see in our website. Please share it with all your friends and acquaintances, and so that you can actually we can get funds directly into our campaigns. So promote Right to Live with your acquaintances, with your friends, with your families. And that's the simple ask which I have is continue to support us, continue to help us in reaching out to the society and making a difference to the underprivileged and making India great. Thank you very much. Back to you, Varsha.
Thank you so much, Sridhar. Children are indeed the future of our country, and it's really so wonderful to see and know that Right to Live is moving in the right direction by providing the right kind of support and platform, all that is required to ensure that the children of India, who are the future, are privileged and they are able to exercise the basic right of enjoying all the rights and privileges that they truly deserve, be it education or even the Women Empowerment Initiative is indeed wonderful. With that, I would like to call upon Girish Ramchandran, and he has got a lot of good news to share, and I would let him break the news to all of you who are not aware about what this is. Inviting you, Girish, to share the good news.
Thank you, Varsha. Yeah, just a thumbs up from a couple of people if you're all able to hear me. Yes, thank you. Yeah, once again, I think this is a moment to be grateful to all the donors and volunteers across the world, in the US, in India, and many other places. And the good news is we have just got our approval to be a 501c3 organization in the US. That means the IRS has approved a tax exempt status for us in the US. So this is a great news. So we are a registered company in the US now, that is Right to Live Foundation. And we would be starting our operations in the US beyond what we have been doing already. And our initial strategy would be, strategy may be a wrong word, but our initial, that comes from as a borrowed word from my corporate experience, but our initial activities would be to lean on our donors from corporate donors, especially who are headquarters in the US and counting on you to introduce us to the US contacts and see how we can get enrolled ourselves in the US companies and get to that donor matching. Many companies are very generous in the way they are going about doing the social work. So we would like to lean on how the companies are doing good. And we will also be reaching out to all our US network contacts and the large-hearted donors. So with that, Varsha, I'll give it back to you.
Thank you so much for making our evenings out here. I mean, for people who are in India, so exciting by sharing the good news, and for people who are out there in the US, early up in the morning. I'm sure that's a great piece of news for all of you as well. With that, I would like to invite the Vice President of Corporate IT and Head of Bangalore Center for NASDAQ, Mr. Bharat Patel, to come and share a few words with us. Would love to hear from you, Mr. Bharat.
Thank you, Varsha, and thank you, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Yes, I think it's sort of hard to follow up on that video because it encompasses so many things that we've been involved with from NASDAQ since 2018. But just to give an insight, I don't think we had a program anything like this before. So it's much more of a trust thing that I think we valued the most with our partnership with Right to Live, and we've continued in a strong way as possible. I can still recall with all the work we did with the school bag distribution, I think over 900 or so, as well as the sanitization and also, I guess, the infrastructure facilities we put in for the schools as well as villagers in the rural areas. It's been eye-opening. I think many of our team members were quite shocked at sometimes seeing under the circumstances. I think Sridhar, you brought it up very well put, is how are we gonna succeed in this country if we can't even promote or sponsor or even support some of the basic capabilities these children need to succeed in basic high school level education, let alone moving them up through the college ranks. And the second part, I think during the pandemic, which was again was very much so a welcome of breath of fresh air with all the dark news we were hearing during the years, is the opening of the RO plants as well. So we're very privileged that you looked at us for support, and we were very, very happy to do so. And now I think over 5,000 folks around those RO plants can now use fresh water. I mean, who would have thought this is like saying that you don't have air to breathe, right? I mean, you don't have water, and to provide that is quite heartening. At the same time, it gives a lot of also ambition. Many of our folks that were participating in that opening ceremonies were ready to come back saying, hey, the next time I want to contribute, how can I contribute? So just to let you guys know that I think the projects and the efforts you're picking are well thought of and are desperately needed, and everybody can relate to it because it's so basic. So, with that, I want to just close by saying, thank you for your partnership. I hope that we continue this partnership for the future as well. I mean, your goals and ambitions. Let's not make that as that it's an ambition. I think we should just work with the intent that we are going to achieve it. If not, we're going to blow through them and make sure that all of our partners and contributors here help us get through it. So, again, I appreciate the time today to speak on NASDAQ's behalf.
Thank you so much, Bharat. It's indeed wonderful to know that we have together achieved so much. It's such a great feat. And something which really touched me was the fact you said that, providing clean drinking water, something as basic as that was provided, and it's so heart touching. Thank you so much, Bharat, and we also look forward to continued partnership with you, uh, with NASDAQ. With that, I would like to invite Mr. Anthony Prabhu, who's the Associate Vice President for Delivery for Vistra Corporate Services. Inviting you, Anthony.
Hi. Thanks for this time. Thanks for inviting me on this call. To start with, we are so happy and to have partnered with Right to Live. Couple of things which struck the deal was, one is the projects that they chose, the education and helping poor children in medical field. Those are the things that was close to our heart, and Right to Live just struck the right chord. And so we were so happy to kind of partner with them. And another thing which really struck was the moment we spoke to Shambhavi and Sridhar, it was so clear that this team is so honest, and this team just means what they want to do, and there's nothing hidden about things that they do. It was so happy that we could partner with Sridhar, Shambhavi and the team, and it was so smooth ride. And I have been working with several of our companies, with other agencies who are doing CSR, and it was so difficult to work. But with Right to Live, it was just a smooth ride and a cakewalk, and it was so happy. And last but not the least, in terms of documentation, in terms of submitting things, reports and approves, they are just up to the mark. So all the things they got it right, and so we are so happy to kind of partner with Right to Live, and I wish all the best. And I'm sure we'll work with them for a longer time for the days to get, and the team at Right to Live will do a fantastic job as they're doing. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anthony. And I would rather invite Sridhar to share a few words, because it's really an honor to hear such wonderful things when you're talking about integrity, about honesty, and the ease or convenience in all the documentation and paperwork. And we could see, Anthony, you're headed somewhere. You've been driving to some place, or you're back from someplace.
Yep.
Okay. So, Sridhar, would you like to share a few words?
No, the only point I want to say is, yes, it has been wonderful working with partners like Vistra as well as with NASDAQ. I mean, there's no kind words I can say beyond this, because it was, there were a lot of challenges on the ground. I can fully understand. But then they understood that all these things takes a lot of time. They gave us the enough leeway for us to provide the right kind of inputs. We understand the fundamental thing which I want to share with you is, your money, you are trusted us with us. So I have to give a lot of importance to that. So we do everything in our side to make sure that you get what you want. And so that's our real motto here, and to make the difference in the people's lives. And from a corporate side, from what you need, provide all the required documentation and the support. So with that, thank you very much for all the kind words. We will continue to do as good as we are, or even better than this.
Thanks, Sridhar. Thank you.
Thank you, Sridhar. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Nagaraj Ramanna, who is the Director and Head for Finance and Admin at Wipfli India. Would like to hear a few words from you, sir.
Thank you, Varsha, and good evening and good morning, all. Very happy to see the videos, Sridhar, and that really gives the summary of a lot of things done by the team. Just as far as our association with RTL, I can say almost nearly a decade now. We partnered with RTL for some of our CSR initiatives, mainly on the education and the healthcare related, and that's really going well. And as a firm, we felt that that was a perfect alignment with RTL for all our CSR initiatives. And it's really good to we appreciate all the good work done by RTL in serving the society and the needy. Okay, and on the team, I definitely echo all the people what they have said. Fantastic team, very energetic. Okay, excellent team, and we love to work with them. And appreciate Mr. Kote, Girish, Sridhar, and driving this, thriving this, and achieving it. Okay, a very meticulous one. People plan and you'll execute it. Okay, and as far as I'm very optimistic that our relationship with RTL will continue. This will probably grow bigger and will become a stronger in the coming years. And whatever we can do to impact the society, we are there, Sridhar, Mr. Kote, Girish. And thank you for this opportunity.
Truly appreciate this, Nagaraj.
Thank you so much, Nagaraj. Truly appreciate your positive thoughts about the partnership. With that, I would like to welcome Mansi Kulshrestha, who is the Executive Assistant to Regional President for Novozymes. Inviting you, Mansi, to share a few words, please.
Thanks a lot, Varsha, and good evening, everyone. It's I think everyone, whoever has been saying and speaking about right to live, I could almost echo each and every word of it. So I sit in center of the CSR work that Novozymes does. Novozymes is almost 40 years in India now, a very strong presence, and as we grow, our CSR, wings are also expanding. And I think we recently had this very enriching experience with Right to Live. We were looking for a partner for our flagship cause for empowering girl child education by way of technology. We wanted to donate laptops. And I can tell you from our committee to CSR board to, the diligence and the passion that each of the Right to Live members have, it's simply amazing. It's something that you want to work every day with. You understand the higher purpose that everyone's leading to. And so personally, I feel in Right to Live, although we are the newest partners on board, probably, but we have found a great implementation partner. And I can take a simple example. So we had to go for this laptop donation drive, and I got to know later. So we were on top of it, and our committee wanted to just make sure that everything is ready, the college and the laptops, and then there's a lot of logistics always, right, when you go out for such CSR community work. But I learned that Shambhavi and Sridhar sir, everyone went like a weekend before and checked that everything is in place. I mean, that kind of diligence in ensuring that everything is delivered up to the mark, it's simply amazing. You don't find it easily. So, at least on behalf of Novozymes, I can say we really appreciate it. We are very happy. We would really look forward to continue this journey with Right to Live. This is just the start, but we have found a great, strong implementation partner in all of you. And probably that's all of us what we need, right? We need implementation. I mean, that is where the toughest and the hardest part of this job and reaching out to communities lies. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Mansi, for the kind words and for really, sharing the promising words. Look forward to really your continued support. We are really honored to have you as our partners and contributing and doing well-being for the society. Thank you so much. Sridhar, you unmuted yourself. You wanted to share a few words too, I guess.
No, I just wanted to say, Mansi, it was been wonderful working with you. Yes, whatever we did coming on the weekend to make sure that Monday morning, Manish and you all come in there, it should be fine. I mean, it's just we did our job. That is all I would look at it. But I should thank you coming forward and giving us the 40 laptops to the government polytechnic girl student. And that's something which is really good. And I have to thank you for that. And yes, I do look forward to a long and fruitful association with Novozymes.
Thank you. Definitely.
Thank you, Sridhar. Next, I would like to invite Meena Padmanabhan, who is Associate Manager for Walmart Global Tech India. Meena, looking forward to hearing some interesting insights from you, and if you could enlighten us about how your partnership, how your experience has been, and how we can make a better difference to the society together. Is Meena there?
One second, wait just a second. Yeah, is it anybody from Walmart? Meena or Hema? Why don't you look for the next speaker, Shambhavi? You have?
Sure. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Krishnan Swaminathan, who is the founding trustee for Hidyangal Charitable Trust, and for diabetologist and endocrinologist Coimbatore. I remember having you as part of the well-wishers meet every year, and it's a privilege to have you again as part of this team. So inviting you to share a few words, Dr. Krishnan.
Is there?
Sorry, Varsha, sorry, there was just a bit of an emergency. Thank you. First of all, I think it's a blessing and privilege to be associated with the Right to Live in the first place. So it's been about 5 years now, and around 15 children have benefited with this gadget called insulin pump. And I keep saying that the most difficult thing in the world is to tell a parent that their son or daughter is not there anymore. And currently, we are supporting more than 700 underprivileged children with insulin-needing type 1 diabetes. And Sridhar has been enormously influential in getting these pumps. And 15 children are alive today because of Right to Live. And one particular story I keep telling is Shaktishwaran. I hope you remember from last time. The guy was actually declared dead with end-stage kidney failure and type 1 diabetes. So Sridhar, along with all of you here, made a huge support. And this guy is back to work now. So he's had a kidney transplant, doing extremely well, and their family conveyed their heartfelt thanks to Right to Live. But on top of it, I just want to say that this is our latest program with Right to Live. About 300 children now benefited with this gadget called a glucometer. Because last week we lost a 12-year-old girl for want of testing their glucoses. Because in type 1 diabetes, even if you don't test it for 2 or 3 days, the glucose will shoot up to 500, 600. So with this program, we are able to support 300 children with the best glucometers and 90 strips a month. And all I had to do was to phone Sridhar, and it's done. So I don't know how to thank Raghuram Kote sir, Sridhar and the whole team actually, Viresh, Sambhavi. I bother Sridhar a lot of times, asking for this and that, a lot of hassles, but every time it's always a pleasing way to speak. And thank you to all of you for helping our children. And I think it's no exaggeration to say that a lot of our type 1 children across Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Kerala are alive because of Right to Live Simple. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Swaminathan. It's our pleasure to work with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Swaminathan. And with that, I would like to invite Dr. Nagnath Khalsush. I don't know if I've pronounced the name correctly. Pardon me if I haven't. He's the Chief Medical Officer in Humnabad, Bidar. Would invite you to share a few words and your experience and your kind suggestions.
Good evening, Varsha. Good evening. I have gone through all the dignitaries. They're well working for the community. There's Sridhar sir and Girish Ramchandran sir. Very nicely elaborated the things for the poor people, especially rural areas of the different areas of the Karnataka and other states. And I especially thanks Mr. Patel, Vice President, NASDAQ, and Anthony Prabhu sir, Vista Corporate Services, Nagaraj Ramanna sir for Wifli India, and Venugopal sir, Walmart, and Mansi Kulasreshta madam for Executive Assistant to Regional Novozymes. As since 2 years, I thank you for your thoughtful donation and for supporting our efforts to make a difference in providing health care to poor people at our rural areas. Your kindness makes a lot of difference to improve our quality of life for the patient and attenders and staff too, to provide a quality care, together for care. In addition to care, without your people's assistance to us, it would have been very difficult for us. And I encourage all the team for the Right to Live, as well as Wifli and all others collaborating teams who are working very nicely for the society. And I encourage all the people to raise your awareness. And once again, I thank you for your donation and hope to see your cherished kindness donation more in future. Especially, I thanks Sridhar and mostly when so many are there to donate, but it should reach to at the bottom level beneficiary, especially our local area person, Viresh India. I thankful to him also. I thank you, Varsha and Sridhar sir, once again, and all of your team also once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I just want to add to what Dr. Naganath has mentioned now. So this is the hospital. It is in the Bidar district, which is North Karnataka, and we had the message that there is a lot of help required, especially during the pandemic. And that's when we had one of our corporate donors, Wipli, coming forward and giving us funds. And then we are so happy. The kind of equipments which Dr. Naganath has asked us was actually being used on a daily basis. It is not just one time or so. I mean, it is like on an everyday basis. When I went to Ahmedabad, he showed me how those equipments are being used. And it was worth all the effort which we took to provide you this equipment, sir. So thank you so much. We will look forward to support you in many more ways in future as well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sridhar sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nagnath, for enlightening us on how everybody is able to make whatever little difference we are able to make together to the society. With that, I would like to invite Mr. Uma Maheshwar, who is a government high school teacher in Tumkur. Inviting you, sir, Mr. Uma Maheshwar.
Happy evening to all of you.
Good evening.
I would like to thank Right to Live for their good work. Sridhar sir, Viresh sir, Harish sir, Shambhavi madam, Ravichandran sir. When they came to our school, they were unknown to every student, but because of their good work, now they were well known to each and every student, also every parent. So in our school, Right to Live has great respect from teachers and also from parents and also students. Why we give respect to them? Because of the facilities they have provided us. What are the facilities? They have provided a TV with Byju's content. They have provided laptops. They have provided tabs to our students, and they inculcate Infosys employees, and they are the mentors for our SSLC students for so many days. Weekly, they were taking classes. So we were also teaching, but they were also supporting from externally. So this was because of Right to Live only. And also they were giving scholarship. They are giving scholarship to top 3 students of SSLC students every year, each and every year. That is the motivation for the SSLC students to score well. Now they have conducted CE classes also from America. They were teaching for our students. And also I have transferred to another students. I was in Hegodi school for 18 years. A few years they have supported, and I have transferred to another school which is 100 kilometers from my old school. But now they have extended their helping hand to that school also. Now 3 to 4 lakhs investment already done. They have provided 3 TVs, 5 computers. Really, we are not forget. We don't want to forget Right to Live because of its good work. And also at the time of Corona, they have helped. Corona attacked parents' families. Few students lost their parents. They have supported them. So I like to thank each and every person from Right to Live and also donors. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please continue your good service. Once Abdul Kalam was asked why India is still a developing country. Abdul Kalam told one thing: underdeveloped skills. People have skills, but they have underdeveloped. This is the reason. So Right to Live is working to bridge the gap. So I thank Right to Live. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Uma Maheshwar. We also know the kind of work you do at the school. We are only giving you an additional help there. But you are the person meeting the children every day. So your motivation is definitely a big thing. And we are happy to help people like you and your school children. Thank you so much, Uma Maheshwar. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much, Mr. Uma Maheshwar. You're indeed doing a fantastic work, and teaching is such a noble profession. We are just, I think, trying to do our little bit from our side. With that, I just wanted to understand if we still have somebody from Walmart who could share a few words. Do we have somebody who's been able to join us? Okay. Seems like they haven't been able to join us. Great. In that case, would welcome you all to share a few words in the sense, if you could share your kind feedback, your suggestions, or if you have any questions on how we can make the entire program, the holistic programs that we have, more impactful, and would really like to hear your suggestions, your feedback, or post your questions in the chat window if you feel like it. Or you're welcome to unmute yourself and speak.
Hi, Varsha. This is Hiten here from IBM. I mean,
Hi, Hiten.
I really like, by looking at the presentation and the testimonials from everyone that Right to Live has been working with, it really gives me a great pride that, we are also associated with Right to Live from IBM. And I've been only a volunteer in the teaching mentoring program till now. And really looking forward to this year where I'll be more involved with Right to Live. And I'm sure all of my fellow volunteers from IBM feels the same. So thank you all so much for the awesome work that you've been doing. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you. And feel very proud to associate ourselves with you guys.
Thanks, Hiten. Thanks, Hiten.
Thank you, Hiten. And thank you. I can see a lot of comments in the chat window. Thank you so much, Nidhi, who's working from Oracle. And she has shared her feedback as well about the child development teacher-child initiative. Thank you so much for sharing your views, Nidhi. Thank you so much, Madhusudanan, as well, to share your views. Vasanta, thank you so much. And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Gautam and everybody who has been making a significant contribution to Right to Live and the initiatives and therefore the society at large, right? Any other suggestions or feedback which anybody has that you would like to share with us to help us improve and our way of work or the way we are functioning? Would really like to hear from you. Your valuable feedback would really matter a lot to us.
Hi, could be one suggestion. You are trying to have skill development at various rural areas, whereas in nearby in Bangalore on the Hosur Road we have an ICICI Foundation. Probably it will be a good idea to have a connect with ICICI Foundation because they normally take about 300 students every year, and then I've seen they are getting into the job, both soft skill as well as back end. They do for the dropouts, the age between 18 and above till 25. So that addresses quite a lot of unemployment that is prevailing now. And I have been helping them by sending lot of such students or people who wanted the job, and they get about 18,000 a month as a starting salary once they finish their 72 days of workshop. So this will be a good idea. I can definitely introduce Sridhar and team, and you can work with them because it doesn't cost anything for you. All that we need to push in the right kind of resources to them, and they will take care about rest of the things.
Thanks, Ravichandran sir. I mean, I really appreciate your kind inputs. Yes, we will work with you. And I should also thank Mr. Ravichandran, has been one of our oldest friends in our reach to the society. Yesterday we were with him in Kolar, inaugurating a computer lab there. So I'm very proud of my association with Mr. Ravichandran and with my Rotary friends there.
Wonderful. There's another question which I would like to take up, which Vasanta has posted in the chat window. Is there any plan for skill development plan in the area of art?
Yeah, let me take that. So at this time, we were looking at more from an employable skills. Where we can actually help the families get the person get a job quickly. Art was not one of them. I suppose that's what you mean, right? Arts, right? It's not.
That's right.
Not in our agenda at this time, but it is certainly worth the consideration. If it is going to help the family get a job and 2 square meals a day, why not, right? I mean, that's the way I would look at it. So I can get in touch with you, Vasudha.
That would be great. Thanks, Srini.
Either I can connect people who are got expertise in the field of arts.
Okay.
You can count on me to get the connect.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Is there any other question that you would like us to address, or we could move further? Wonderful. You're always welcome to speak with Sridhar, Kote, Shambhavi, or any, I mean, Viresh, Ramesh, anybody. We're just a call or an email or maybe a message away. So feel free to reach out to us at any given point of time for your queries or suggestions. With that, I would like to invite our very own founder and trustee for Right to Live, Mr. Raghuram Kote, to share a few words and extend his vote of thanks to all of you.
Thank you, Varsha. I'm very touched by the trust what everyone has vested in Right to Live. And it's also so fulfilling to know how many lives we are able to touch with everybody in this call. Thanks, everyone. We know it is a Friday evening, and we know how hard it is to give 60 minutes of your time for a call, but that shows the commitment you have to uplift our society. Our sincere appreciation for all the speakers. You have talked so kindly. I'm not going to take everybody's name, but all our corporate sponsors, without your kindness, whatever projects we want to do will be only dreams. It won't be reality. So thank you so much. And for all the donors who have given individually a lot of attention and donated your money, and all the partners whom we have associated with us, with whom we work and collaborate day in and out to make things very successful at the grassroots. And we have some wonderful advisors. We have suppliers as well. I want to take a minute to acknowledge them, because unless they give us a great price, our costs will go up. Not the least, our wonderful volunteers. You sacrifice your weekends, your evenings, and make things happen for us. And now, equally important, I want to acknowledge our leadership team. Sridhar, Ramesh, Shambhavi, Viresh, Ranjan, Girish, Harish, Chetan, Rupsha, Ashik, and Pradeep. You are the ones who are holding the fort. You are the ones who is the glue between all our donors, partners, the entire ecosystem, and making sure, like Sridhar said earlier, 25 to 30,000 people are impacted in the right way with all the donations what we get. And we look forward to working with each one of you to take our ambitious goal, as Sridhar mentioned earlier, of doubling it in next 3 years. We want to touch at least 50,000 lives with our efforts. With that, I thank each one of you for joining this meeting. I might have missed to call anybody's name. Please don't feel bad. All of us are together in this whole effort, collaborating together to make a difference in a poor child or a family's life. Thank you so much.
Heartiest congratulations to all the Right to Live team members, and congratulations to all the wonderful supporters as well, the patrons, the donors, our partners, for all the wonderful work that we all have been doing together, which would not have been possible without your kind support. While our chest swells with pride because of the wonderful things we have been trying to do, which is just a little drop in the mighty ocean, there's a lot more we could do, which can be achieved only if you recommend, more, and you speak more, you promote more about Right to Live and its initiatives to other kind donors such as yourselves, right? Apart from this, there's a greater moment of pride for all of us because India has completed 75 years of independence, which is a moment of pride for all of us. And I think as we have also been proudly working towards a more independent and free India, I would request you all to please pay respect as we play the national anthem and sing along with it. Would request you all to please stand and pay respect to the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you so much and Jai Hind.
Thanks everyone for joining. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you all. Thank you all for joining. Have a good day.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye-bye.